watching the Huskies' rangy quarterback. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Huskies and the Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Huskies of Anchorage taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. And they lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to put... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Bonner. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 carries, 52 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
To throw on 2nd down. Bonner on target over the middle to Hill.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Back to throw. Bonner. They complete it to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bonner. He finds his man. Complete. That's Logan. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. from the gun. Bonner, hard throw, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too. And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 3. Now Love. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jordan Love, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Off play action. Bonner. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies have regained the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Love now to pass on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To the air again, Love. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 1st and 10, Love. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonner, and that is incomplete.
To this standpoint, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on third down, Bonner. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw again.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. First down, going to the air with Love. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Brock Purdy leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. The Titans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. C.J. Stroud has thrown a touchdown pass. It was an excellent first half from quarterback Jordan Love. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. From the 41, this is second and a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First down, Love to pass. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They go bootleg. Love. So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Love. This is 3rd and goal. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. The throw right sideline here is complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Huskies.
Looking to throw. Bonner.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Bonner. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Bonner. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
Let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Huskies have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Play action this time with Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Walker showing the power. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Love going to keep it on the option. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
And they take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Huskies 18.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, a little under a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just the week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Meanwhile, for Anchorage,
it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Huskies and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Huskies of Anchorage taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage,
it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about...
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Bonner. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back 7's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Throwing on first down. Bonner. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some 7 yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
First down, Huskies.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 5-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
As they've got it as we resume action. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Touchdown, Dolphins! Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And then Cambridge first down.
Operating from the gun. Bonner. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Bonner.
It's a slant to Hill.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Yeah, come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bonner working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw. Bonner got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They complete it to Hill. Now the offense offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Tank Dell, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. The Browns trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Lions still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Again, it's Achane.
This up to about the 40. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he's up to the 45.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Tua.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Tua going to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and
And this time he is in.
Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with the touchdown run.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
2nd and 9.
At the 12-yard line.
Off play action. Bonner. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Huskies have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
The throw over the middle taken in. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
Gets past one man. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Achane on the counter.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Bonner. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That one complete to Hill. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Bonner.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
Now inside the 25.
They will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Throwing after the interception. Bonner.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again. Bonner. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they won to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
He's got to hook up here to Caldwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Off the play fake. Bonner. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Off-play action. Bonner. That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fighting through. And then he stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team. Because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.